You may have seen me post about a tizzy and wondered, what is that all about? Well, a month ago, I gave up coffee. I know, shocking. Trust me, when I started on my healthy living journey, I never intended to cut out coffee. I've been drinking about 2 to 3 cups of coffee consistently every day since my daughter was born 7 years ago. I'm pretty certain I have never missed a single day of drinking coffee. And the thing about it is, I love the smell of coffee and I love the caffeine boost that I get from it, but I've never loved the taste of black coffee. So I always have to add a lot of extra sugar and creamer just to make it drinkable for me. Over the years, I've attempted many different ways to make my coffee diet compliant. I've purchased coconut oil, stevia drops for sweetener, even that handy little frothing machine that makes it kind of like a Starbucks. But no matter what I've done, it never tastes as good as the creamer and sweetener that you get from the store, or those handy like coffee stations at the quick shop, or the Starbucks, of course. So after I cleaned up my diet from just about everything else and I felt amazing, I wanted to see what would it feel like if I gave up coffee. So on day 1, I had a screaming headache. By day 2, my headache was gone, but I had a strong urge to get my coffee. And that, of course, I know is my emotional cravings. But by day 3, I didn't miss it at all. And I remember it was like well into the middle of the day before I even realized that I hadn't thought of my coffee at all. So once again, I've been liberated from an obsession that has controlled my moods and my actions over the last 7 years. So around the same time I decided to kick my coffee habit, I started drinking my Arbonne detox tea with my flavored Fizz sticks, and this is what is referred to as a tizzy. So the Fizz sticks support increased energy with things like ginseng, guarana, chromium, and vitamins B6 and B12. And they also have riboflavin and niacin, which help to metabolize carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. So yes, it's a nice addition to a PFC lifestyle. Also, in any healthy living plan, you should be drinking a minimum of 8 cups of water a day. Now that's a minimum, but for optimal health, you should be drinking closer to 10 to 12 cups of water a day. And that's not always easy for a lot of people because water gets kind of boring, and so you try to figure out how to fit it in. Now most days I have 2 tizzies, so that's 4 cups of water because I use a nice big mug. And if you're trying to kick your coffee or your soda habit, this is a great way to do that. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing coffee because there are many benefits to drinking coffee, especially if you get a quality coffee and you drink it black. Personally, I could never get there with mine. The other thing is coffee is slightly acidic, which isn't a problem unless you're drinking it all day long, many cups into the day. So that in conjunction with a diet that's high in other acidic foods could be a problem for you. You could have future health risks that are related to an acidic diet. So one thing you could ask yourself is if you have heartburn or acid reflux on a regular basis, this could be due to the acidity of your diet. If you absolutely love your coffee and it's 100% no-go because you're never ever getting rid of it, then just make sure that you're eating a diet with a lot of vegetables and whole foods to help offset the acidity within your diet from the drinks that you're drinking. And if you're wondering what it would feel like to kick your coffee and soda habit, then I suggest you check out these Fizz sticks. They may be just what you need to help break free from a food obsession. So what I have here is the Arbonne Fizz sticks, and I've made my tea in one of my big coffee mugs, and you only fill it about halfway full with water. You want to leave a little bit of room because the Fizz sticks do rise up. So you steep your bag in there for a good minute or two. Then you take your Fizz stick and you just kind of pour it in there. And you can hear it fizzing. I don't know if you can see it, but it does rise up. And I just mix it up. And depending on how hot or cold you like your drinks, I just add a little bit of cold water to it. Good. So Arbonne has multiple flavors. Right now, their forever flavors are strawberry. This is new. And they also have citrus flavor, which I absolutely love. And they have a pomegranate. And then they have these seasonal flavors. They recently had a green apple, which was to die for. And they also have this rose champagne. So that's just a little bit about the Arbonne Fizz sticks. I hope you give them a try.